Hello everyone, my name is Danny. This review is for the movie called Boundaries. Laura is a single mother who has a constant need to put rescue animals before herself. When her estranged, criminally minded father Jack is kicked out of his retirement home, Laura agrees to drive him to live with her sister. Along for the ride is her bright but troubled son, Henry, and an assortment of animal charity cases. Jack convinces Henry to help him sell off his copious supply of marijuana at every stop of their journey, resulting in unexpected reunions with old friends and family. This is a 2018 film. It is rated R, and oh, it runs 104 minutes, a little under 2 hours. This stars Vera Farmiga, Christopher Plummer, Louis McAdougal, Bobby Cannavale, Christian Shale, Dolly Wells, Yahya Abdul Mateen II, and it also stars Christopher Lloyd. This is Boundaries. Well, I very much have not heard of this movie, but obviously it has a stellar cast. It was very surprising to just have one person after another come up that was so familiar, such an outstanding actor. People that I respect, people that I, enjoy. And it's just one thing after another. I was like, wow, this really great cast. There's a couple surprises along the way, but you know all of them. You should at least recognize them. And it's surprising to have a movie like this. The other thing that I would say surprises people in this movie is the whole charity case for dogs. A lot of them are really cute. The way the situation is handled is just so cute. How they have like 1 million of them in their house, and then they go on this road trip and they get like 1 million of them. It really adds like another element to the movie that lets you enjoy and just go, "Aw, oh that dog, aw," and people that are like that care about animals every single moment of the day, and they'd rather bring them home than bring them to the shelter. There are people like that exist in this world, so it's just really kind of relatable, and a lot of the situations here, having a parent in a home, having a child maybe that's a little bit special, or people call them troubled, but they're just different, and a parent that works too much to not have enough. People that are kind of getting a little bit older in age, like 40s, and feel like they should be with somebody, but they're with the wrong person. There's just a lot of relatable different situations in this movie. It's very, down to earth. It's very, just natural, movie that you can watch. You can relate to something, probably a bunch of things, and you'll mostly enjoy it. The problems with this movie is that it is laden with the drug stuff. Thank you, Christopher Lloyd. Or thank you, what's his name? Plummer. Christopher Plummer. And I'm like, the fact that he introduces so much drugs into this movie just kind of like is a step back. They could have had him do anything. They could have had him try and sell appliances, or or cell phones or anything, but it has to be drugs. So that's the way this movie wanted to go, and it adds a huge subject material to the movie. It plays very much, a very much obvious, out there, storyline, and it adds humor to the movie. It does. It does alleviate, some drama, and lets us, experience the drug stuff. But I just kind of found it kind of inappropriate for most of the messages that they're sending out in this movie, because most of the people are pretty good, and most of the acting jobs are pretty good, and everything else. But then on top of that, while it's natural and it's enjoyable, it is laden with language, and I just for one would like to see a movie like this that is like supposed to be on TV. You just don't have any language in it at all to make it family friendly. I don't know why people miss the boat on things like this. It's just like just don't have language in it, and then everybody can watch it. You open up your audience, and there you go. But it has a lot of language, and I just didn't really care for it. And it gets hard to listen to that stuff, and then have the rest of the movie kind of enjoyable. It just kind of puts you on the fence on whether you like the movie or not. And I would say the other thing is the main character, our mother. I would say she's our main character because everything kind of revolves around her and her decision making and stuff like that. Her repetition of lines, her overreacting to situations, and her kind of screeching and arguing with her father. I know some people act like that in this world. They're very confrontational. They're very open about saying whatever they feel like saying to their parents. But for a movie, I just felt like she was a little bit over the top. Like I expected this to be a little bit more down to earth. It's a real life situation that she's in. I just think she could have been a little bit more calm, a little bit less screechy. Otherwise, the rest of the movie was fine. Like three things. That's really not that much. So along the way, I was thinking that this is kind of a nice movie. It has a general ending. It gives us a little bit of backstory on the kid and stuff like that. Lets us know why we're going to get into road trip mode. And I just think it's a really well done movie with really great actors. And I really want to like this movie so I could completely watch it again. And I think that everybody should seek it out. I just offer a little bit of a warning. So I'm going to give Boundaries a B. And I do suggest watching it, and I could watch it again. Thanks a lot, guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and give some of them a watch. Like, subscribe to my channel if you would. And enjoy your movies. Thanks.